Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not pictured on your screen, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with jetting back to 91, the Winnipeg Jets 1991 off-season. Jeff, we had, I don't know if I'd say a disappointing year last year. Would you qualify it as a disappointing year?
I mean, compared to what the real Jets did that year, I think it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, we lost out to the eventual Stanley Cup champions again.
Eventual 3-time Stanley Cup champions now, Calgary Flames.
Yes. And so we just can't quite catch a break. The previous episodes uploaded on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments. And we sim forward basically to July 1st because there wasn't a lot happening. I did let one assistant coach go because he wasn't getting used. He wasn't very good. So we could add another assistant coach, although we don't really need one. And I resigned a few scouts. Just so we know.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to add at least one more assistant.
Okay, so let's start off by doing that. We'll go to free agents here. And we're going to filter down just to assistant coaches.
And surprisingly, no retirements in the offseason. Particularly Guy Lafleur, who's decided to stick around for another year, I guess, because you gave him that 3-year deal.
Absolutely. Any particular areas we want to tackle?
Hang on, let me look.
I think we should hire Bruce Rouse. Looking great, good, average on prospects, very good defensive, great offensive, good physical training. Yeah, we're going to add him as an assistant coach.
Actually, it looks like you're fairly balanced. Maybe you could use a goaltending coach.
I thought I had one.
It doesn't seem to be that great. Well, go 16. Okay, that's not too bad. It's better than I thought he was.
All right, let's look here. We want to find somebody who's good with prospects, too. Okay, how about... Both guys are 50. That's disappointing. All right, we're going to take Ronald Fulton, then. Oh, boy, he's getting paid $69,000. How much does this guy want?
Nice.
$99,000. Okay, yeah, we're going to take the other guy, then. All right, so we've added 2 more staff members. Our goaltending coach, well, he's very good in both. I don't think that's that bad. I don't see
that should be okay.
Yeah, so we've got 2 coaches here. We are streaming live, I should mention, on twitch.tv/franchise hockey manager, as well as twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. We're watching both chats. So the 91 offseason is interesting because San Jose has entered the league, kind of.
Oh, they have.
They have.
Kind of.
Yeah, they're just in a weird situation here, I think. For those not familiar with the Sharks, they entered via quasi-expansion draft? Is that a good way to put that?
Yeah,
Jeff?
it was basically undoing the expansion. When Cleveland went out of business in 1978, they merged with Minnesota. And it was the former Cleveland owners, the Gunn brothers, who were the new owners of the Sharks. So they sort of unmerged the team. And they were basically kind of took the... they didn't really split the North Stars roster in half. They took I think the exact rule was they were able to protect a certain number of players. It was sort of a single team expansion draft just off the Minnesota roster. So they took about half of the lower end of the Sharks or the Stars NHL roster. That doesn't happen in the game right now. We just do a regular expansion draft. I think we're going to try to look at implementing the proper procedure for the 91 expansion maybe next year.
Yeah, Rit Flyers says hello.
Complicated to do.
Hello to Rit Flyers. Just look at the names on this list they've hired. I love this. So Lou Nan is their general manager, which is great.
Nanny. Yeah.
And then we got
Which is
Don
funny because he was the Stars general manager for a long time.
Scotty Bowman as a scout, Don Cherry, Alex Delvecchio, Tommy Hand, Tommy Hand's a trainer, but yeah, just some interesting names who they've added to their scouting department. So we have to prepare for that. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because Jeff points out an important thing. We are likely going to lose some of our defensive depth because we can't protect everybody.
So it may make sense to trade somebody right now and see if we can get a draft pick or something we don't have to expose in the draft in return.
Yeah, so I was trying to actually move Dave Ellett, and Jeff was chastising me about it because Ray Ferraro was on the trade block and was rumored to be moving. So I was trying to work out a trade, but we just couldn't quite make it work.
The one thing I just tried, the guy you may want to shop is Greg Hoggood. I did that, and I got an interesting offer actually back from the Sharks on that. They were willing to give me a third-round pick, which is a third-round pick you wouldn't have if they just selected him off your roster in the draft. They do get to take an additional player from you, but it'll hopefully be somebody not quite so good.
Oh, Jeff, we could get Ty Domi from Toronto. Oh, man.
Was he in Winnipeg by this point?
I don't know if quite yet, but he'd be very close. Ooh, Joseph Stumple. Also, this is some pretty interesting.
92-93, middle of 92-93, they got him from the Rangers.
Yeah, so a little bit early, but...
Senders will be next year, overkill of ASC.
Tom Tilley.
Is it next year? Yeah, it's next year.
Oh, Vancouver offers us 33-year-old Stan Smeel.
I think we got enough elderly right wings now.
Vyacheslav Kozlov. Interesting. Marcus Ragnarsson. Dion. Sean Van Allen. Adam Burt. Paul Gillis. Okay, yeah, so, oh man, I'm not going to lie, it's tempting to take Stumple or Ty Domi, but you think we should take the third round pick?
Stumple may be better than what you get in the third round.
Joseph Stumple, yeah, he's only half-star, but he's 2.5-star potential. Big centerman
probably we could use a little bit beyond that, yeah.
Yeah.
And he'll be sort of, Peter Stastny's going to be ready to wind up in a few years, in a season or two. Thomas Teen's probably slowing down while he's 31.
Peace Wug says, let's point out go Wings, and Jeff fixed his mic since last week. Yeah, so I think we got to take Stumple here, right? I'm not crazy on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the idea of the third round pick, but Stumple he's not going to get picked up because he should be safe from that, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, he should be exempt.
Yeah, second round pick. So last year. All right, so that gives us a little bit of room. So how many guys can we protect? I guess here now, right? We'll be.
You also you need to do the annual finances too.
Oh, no. I'm just wondering if we should try and move another defenseman.
I think you're okay.
Oh man, I'm just wondering if we should try and move Mo Mantha.
If you can get anything for him.
Let's see. We got lots of offers again. So let's see here. That's not worth it. Not worth it. Warren Babe. No. Oh, there we go. Stan Smeel again keeps coming. Vancouver's really determined to move him.
That's a whole lot here.
Perry Anderson. Okay, San Jose's offering a 7th round pick for him. That's not
maybe as good as you get. Actually, no, I would probably not bother doing that.
All right. we guess we could let him be the expansion. So annual budget here, we're going to turn down our scouting.
Too expensive? I mean, it's fairly cheap for.
Yeah, but we don't need it right
Oh,
now.
that's what your monthly scouting. Yeah, I think. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
monthly scouting. Yeah, we don't need. Boy, why are we taking such a bath on points right now?
Let's see. Start of the year, you only took a bunch of your money.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so we went from
Look at the
267 to.
annual tab.
Okay, so we're gonna move scouting down just to +1. Our annual tab. Okay, we're gonna raise tickets by $2.
And you can't quite afford any seat conversions.
Should I do some normal maintenance? I think.
Yep.
How much could we do a new arena construction?
No, not even remotely.
All right, so we
Budget should be fine for what we've got.
Do you want to
maybe
raise
spend
player development?
Yeah, at least by 1 point.
Ooh,
Give it a little bit of
points.
help.
And yeah, owner profit taking is 133. That's what we took so much.
And just set marketing to normal, I think.
To normal? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So there we go. We're going to cut down some of our monthly expenses for the summer. All right. Or should I raise tickets by $6?
Nah, just leave it at 2.
Well, only $19. It's $21. I mean, that's not.
It's still a 90, early 90s, though.
I know, $25 for ticket price. All right. $2. Although I think if we start bankrolling, we can maybe build that arena soon. I'm going to $6, Jeff. I'm talking myself into it.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. We better have a good year, I guess. That's our big thing. All right. So we got our budget done. Now our big thing is we need to do is our protection list. So we are protecting Fear. And we are protecting Hasek.
May lose Tabarachi.
That's all right. So we are protecting Howarchuk, Shanahan, who we picked up at the trade deadline, Elnick, Frederick Olofsson, Teppo Numanen, Thomas Steen, I guess Dave Ellett. I think we got to protect Guy Lafleur. I mean, he had 80 points last year.
Yeah, I mean, well, just the number of guys you got to protect 9 more guys, so there's lots of room. Or Grodnick, too. He's still at 4 stars.
Cronenworth, no. Stera, Carlisle, Flatley, Marchment.
Two more guys. Probably Peter Stastny, I guess. He's still productive. And Kamensky.
Yeah, I'm just... What? We can lose Zdeno Cigar. Jason York.
They probably wind up losing Anton Stastny or Mantha.
We might lose Lokkonen, too, there.
He's only half a star at this point. And you got lots of defensive depth. It's not really too much to worry about.
Do you care about... Okay, do you want Stastny, who had 22 points, or Kamensky, who had...
Yeah, Kamensky's 6 years younger, and he's going to be better.
All right. So we're going to just take a quick look at free agency, too. See if anybody's jumping off the page.
Early 90s, so probably not a whole lot of them. Maybe a couple of European guys that are...
Well, if we lose one of our defensemen, we could sign Dmitry Mironov.
Dmitry Kristich is on there. 2.5 star potential. He'll probably get there. That might be...
he wants $480,000. Boy, that's a lot of money.
Ouch.
I don't know if I want to pay him that.
Let me just... Your payroll is still far, far under your budget. I think you're fine to do that.
Oh, it's so much, though.
Yeah, it's pretty much around your, well, maybe a little on the high side, but not super high.
All right, I got him down to 470, which is probably still way too much, but all right, we're going to advance a day here. All right, so we have the expansion draft. All right. Well, see, this is why we traded away Guy Bear, because he's the first guy available. Which, I forget what we traded him. Oh, was that part of the Shanahan trade?
I think
Just
so.
taking a look. Yep. So we traded Hellman and Shanahan.
And then New Jersey's got to expose them anyhow.
Yep. But we did give, a second and third round pick. All right, so let's go to the next pick. Frank Pietrangelo goes first, surprisingly. Interesting. And then Mike Mathie, Scott Arneal, Matt Naslund goes fourth. Lee Norwood, Rick Zombo, Bob Sweeney, Bobby Smith,
here.
Greg Polowski,
Kozlowski.
That's it. So that was their 10 players they picked. So we didn't actually lose anybody. And they didn't take Guy Bear. I'm surprised.
Well, they had to take one goalie, so they went with Pietrangelo.
All right.
Okay, so we came out of that pretty good.
Unscathed. All right. Cardinals fan. I didn't lose track of time again. Nope. Totally not me. Okay, so draft entry. We're picking 18th overall. So we have the 18th, and do we have our second round pick? I can't even think right now. We do have our second round, and Vancouver's fourth, but we don't have a third rounder this year. Right. Maple Leafs went on a termination spree.
Just dumping some minor leaguers, looks like.
And Nordiques, we should actually look at that ourselves, because we have how many guys under contract? 37, not bad then. Okay.
Oh, that's fine, yeah. That's what we need to.
All right, so let's go to the draft then. So this draft is, okay, yeah, there's some pretty big names here. Eric Lindros, Peter Forsberg, Daniel Alfredson. Pat Falloon.
Surprised Lindros is only showing up as 3 stars potential.
Yeah, well, he's only scouted to D potential right now, so that's probably part of it. Maybe
he's scouted A. That's D. The second letter is the chance of reaching potential, which is super low. I don't know if I believe your scouts here. This is a really strong draft.
Speaking of ouch, PWA gas, will the Wings make the playoffs?
In this game, or
I think
just
asking in
general?
life. Yeah. Overkill of ASC says this Falloon kid will probably be an all-time great. There was actually, what was it on? I think maybe it was on. I'm trying to think. On The Athletic, somebody did a.
Oh yeah, I think you remember
article about him, and it was a really good read.
You mentioned that, yeah.
All right, Nikolai Habibulin, future Jet goalie. All right, so let's kind of just slowly pick this out. And Peter Forsberg goes first overall to Sweden, so goes to Sweden. Oh, shocker. Let's try that again. Goes first overall to San Jose. Second is Alexei Kovalev goes to Vancouver. Jeff, how do you feel about that?
Over Lindros, that wouldn't have been very popular at the time. Take a look at Lindros' ratings. I'm not sure why he's so low here.
Lindros goes to Quebec.
Oh, I'm sure that'll work out.
Yeah, nothing bad ever happened.
Don't see any possible problems there.
Oh, man. That's hilarious. Daniel Alfredson goes to the Rangers. Marcus Naslund goes to the Leafs. Scott Niedermayer goes to Philly. Brian Rolson goes to Hartford. Glenn Murray goes to Edmonton. John
I've already
Madden
said.
goes to Montreal. Tard Marchment goes to New Jersey. Manny Legacy goes to the Islanders.
Finally, a goalie goes.
Oh, Nikolai Habibulin goes to the St. Louis Blues. Ville
Pelton.
Okay, goes to Chicago. Nicholas Havlid goes to Minnesota. Steve Kornwalchuk. Cardinals fan says Hartford? Yes, Hartford had an NHL team for many years.
You saying you pronounced it Hartford?
Did I?
Possibly.
Okay. Yuri Letnin goes 16th to Buffalo. Chris Osgood goes 17th to Calgary, which the first two picks then leaves us with a couple of Detroit Red Wings. And just looking at scout suggestions include Jason Blake and then Michael Nylander.
I think you got to go with Holmstrom here.
Risky suggestions include Holmstrom and Maltby. Now, okay, I'm thinking we pick up Kurt Maltby because we have Maltby and Draper. We got a pretty good penalty killing duo.
Have you got anybody else? Okay, no, you don't really have a lot of decent defensive forwards. I mean, yeah, it's an option.
Let's see what a scouting report says. Oh, yeah. See, Cardinals fan says I was today years old when I found that out. Yeah, I figured that was the case. Cardinals fan's a newer hockey fan. So, yes, Hartford had a team that came out of the WHA with the Jets as part of the expansion / whatever you want to call it.
Merger?
And, yeah, which was actually started 50 years ago. There's another article on The Athletic from Eric. I can't think of how to say his last name correct. Duchenek? Talking with
Eric Hatchick?
Talking with the guy who founded Hartford, who went on to produce movies.
What's his name?
Yeah, because it's the 50th.
Howard Baldwin?
Yeah, Howard Baldwin. It's the 50th anniversary, and they're talking about how they might try, some of them get together, and about how many of those guys actually live beside each other, essentially, now. Maltby isn't in the same class as Adon Segur. Being similar to Pat Flatley. Strongest part of the game is his defensive play. Maltby isn't dumb, but he may be a little bit slow to catch on at times. Maltby may have some issues dealing with adversity. I cannot speak right now. Adversity. Maltby has a tendency to get a little overconfident. I kind of like the idea of looking at Maltby and Draper.
That's fine. Maltby works.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Thomas Holmstrom too, but let's take Maltby here.
Yeah, you're a little more offensive than, well, consider planting yourself in front of the net offensive.
Thomas Holmstrom went with the 20th pick. All right.
To the Kings.
Andrew Brunette goes 21. Michael Nylander goes 22 to Washington. First pick of the second round is Scott Walker, goes to San Jose. And Jason Blake goes to Vancouver. Craig Darby goes to the Rangers. Richard Mavichuk goes to Hartford. Where did Hartford go to? They became the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yep.
Which is why they still occasionally, or have started in the past couple of years, started wearing the old Hartford jerseys. Which really, really sucks, in my opinion. Pat Falloon ends up going in the second round to Montreal.
Yeah, see if he does any better there.
Okay, well, could be our goaltending prospect if he lasts that long. Johan Hedberg, former Manitoba Moose goalie.
You've already got 4 goalies, though.
Yeah, Aaron Ward's there, who would be not a bad
Yeah,
Martin
Sammy
LaPointe.
Kapanen too. Martin LaPointe.
I'll see who
Yeah.
lasts. Sammy Kapanen just went to the Islanders. Chris Ferraro goes to St. Louis. Kelly Fairchild goes to Chicago. Aaron Ward just goes to Minnesota. Scott LaChance to Detroit. Derek Armstrong to Buffalo. Martin LaPointe goes to Calgary. Oh, man. Okay, well, we could take Adrian O'Coin.
Alexei Zhitnik's down there too.
Trying to bring in as many Russians as we can. Is that our goal here?
You're well. Let's see, how many you got in the roster now? 1, 2, 3.
Another former
Not that many.
Moose goalie, Fred Brathwaite.
Red breath. Wait.
Boy, it kind of drops off there, rather sharp. Who did our scouts suggest? J.F. Jumpf? Not even familiar with that name.
Played a handful of games with the Ducks.
All right. Safe suggestions is Petri Newman. Risky
Don't think he
suggestion
ever came over.
is Johan Hedberg. But our safe suggestion and our risky suggestion has Adrian O'Coin just a little ways down. I mean, we not having a little more defensive depth, I think. Well, Jason Culmore wouldn't be a terrible pick either.
Yeah, I think O'Coin's going to college too, so.
Yeah. He's playing both sides. I mean, we can go Zitnik if you want, Jeff. What do you want to do?
No, you don't need the defenseman right away. I'd go with O'Coin and get him when he comes out of college.
All right. So we'll make that pick of Adrian O'Coin. All right. We're going to... Oh, Johan Hedberg went to Pittsburgh. Well, I guess that's appropriate anyways.
Yeah.
Since Pittsburgh was the team that brought him to the NHL from the Moose. Yep. And then they had to imported a bunch of moose antlers for that run. We don't have a pick until the third round. Oh, Zitnik just went to New Jersey at the start of the third. Oh, our old friend Darius Kasparaitis went to the Islanders in the third round.
Didn't see. Oh, where he actually wound up.
All right, gonna pick until human. We'll just go back here. Peter Ferraro, Pascal Rameau went. Okay, we actually have a high fourth round pick. Oh, Fred Brathwaite went too. Oh, man. So
to the right, if you want another sort of defensive forward, Jason Cullimore, defensive defenseman. Grant Marshall, kind of a two-way forward. Andre Nicolishin, offensive forward. And the other two, Colton and Ferguson, probably aren't worth taking.
Let's take Cullimore. Let's build some defensive depth here. We're going to go to pick until human. See if any names pop out here that I recognize. Nope. All right, so looking. Okay, who's our risky suggestions? Jan Volpat.
Already grabbed a couple of defensemen now. Maybe you should get a forward.
Yeah, I'm just looking at who risky could be. What's our safe suggestions? Ed Patterson? Don't recognize that name myself.
Sharks, I think, for a little while.
Okay.
2 games.
Jeff Nelson. Half-star guy all the way around. No.
Yeah, there's none of these guys. Mostly, at this point, it's guys who had a handful of games.
There we go. Okay, that's who I'm taking. I searched for the tallest guy, and Christophe Oliwa. All right, there we go.
There's your goon.
Drafted. Taken out of Poland. All right. Pick until human again. least I know he got into some games in the NHL. That's kind of what I'm looking for here.
Yeah, he was around for a few years.
So I should probably stop sorting by height. Dust, Dustin, Milo. Not sure.
Yeah, Jack never came over. And these are pretty much all career minor leaguers at this point.
That is a super sweet name. Aline Vinsorley?
No idea how to say that.
You got me. No information available. Where'd he go? All right. Rich Perrant. Should I just draft him? Half-star goalie, 6'3".
There's still a couple of guys that are one-star potential.
All right. What do you know about Marco Bear?
Played in Switzerland his whole career, I think. I'd probably go with Patterson.
All right, Ed
At least
Patterson.
he played in the NHL.
Taken. Okay, we are now down to just half-star guys. There is
And yeah, take whatever you want at this point.
Japanese guy, Yasunori Iwata.
Dennis Bondvie played a few games for the Oilers.
We're taking the Japanese guys. All right, that's happening. That was the end.
Legendary Canucks pick Alex Stoyanov, the guy we traded for Naslund.
I think that worked out well then.
Yeah, that's
Cardinals fan. If you want to know more about Hartford, go look at who was on their team their first year in the NHL, because that'll actually throw you for a bit of a loop when you look at some of the names on that team who played games. All right, so that was our draft.
And yeah, you want to sign some of those guys?
Yeah, I think I might have hit an issue here, Jeff.
What?
I can't seem to get ahead a day. Hold on, let's see if next day will work. Oh,
You
wait.
didn't finish the draft?
Yeah, that's why. Because there's nobody left.
Yeah, just pick until the
There we go. Okay. That fixed it. NHL entry draft review. We were not a best draft, but we were not a worst draft. Canucks had one of the worst drafts. How do you feel about that, Jeff?
Doesn't seem that bad of a draft.
Hartford Cardinals. Hartford.
With a T.
Yes, Hartford. Yeah. Go do some quick Googling on their 1979 season.
But I think the big problem is they went for Kovalev over Lindros.
I don't think it's a bad, like, their first three picks are not bad. Like Kovalev, Blake, and Zoltek. Like, that's not terrible draft. All right, so let's look at then unsigned. I guess do we want to get Luckinen signed, or do we want to leave him still overseas?
Maybe he's 21. Bring him over. Time to get more coaching.
The only reason why I said that would he become an issue next year when we start having expansion drafts?
Yeah, you got the Ottawa one.
All right, let's just.
I think I think you're okay.
Let's get Malpe signed to a contract. And no. Culmore.
Maybe leave it at that right now and just see if you need any depth on the. If you're
Yeah, we'll take a
particularly
look at
short
it
at any
here,
position.
here in a minute.
Yeah.
Just advance.
Should mention we're playing. This is you did update right yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a beta version of the upcoming update. So you may
Okay.
see some different things.
Before the we did this, I was putting through a trade package, and I offered for Ray Ferraro. We send Pat Flatley, Ogrodnik, and Dave Ellett, as well as a 4th and 11th round pick for Ferraro
That seems like way too much for Ray Ferraro for me.
for a 26-year-old Ray Ferraro. You don't want to do that?
I would say no.
All right, rejected.
I'm giving up a lot of depth for that.
All right, so let's look at our depth chart now that we've stopped. So we only have 2 goalies signed. So I guess, oh no, never mind. Those guys are signed. All right, so our defense
Blues are signed.
is
Tabaracci and Locker. Finally, guys, yeah, actually, we were pretty okay depth-wise.
Oh, we should get another defenseman signed.
Blomston, maybe. And you are signing Larkin.
Yeah.
And you'll probably got 9 defensemen on the roster right now, so you'll send one of those down.
Yeah, I know. I'm just wondering if should we try and sign that Russian defenseman I was thinking of? Mironov?
Dmitry Mironov?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That works.
Gives us
He's going to ask for a lot, though.
Yeah, 460. I don't want to do that. Not for a depth guy. Oleg Romanov.
I wouldn't trust that 2.5 star potential.
Okay, well, for bringing over Lockinen, should we bring over another Finnish defenseman? If we can.
Such as?
Thomas Johnson?
He's Swedish.
Or that's what I meant. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, sorry, no, wait. Lockinen's Finnish.
Lockinen's Finnish, yeah.
Getting my countries mixed up.
Hannu Järvenpää, legendary Jet.
Okay, here, Roger Oman. That's Swedish again. Duh. Get your flags right.
Järvenpää's the only Finnish one I've seen.
Teppo.
Bring him back. Tapio Levo's 35 years old at this point.
Timu Jutli?
Utila, I think he'd played a few years earlier for Colorado, I want to say.
Okay, I just got to know how much Levo wants. 60,000 for 2 years to sit in the minors.
Okay.
I don't think that's bad.
He'll probably retire after the first season, but
if that helps make him more comfortable, I think that's okay. Okay, so forward depth. We're looking pretty good here, I think.
What do you add for contracts now? You got
that would
3 or
that would only
4 or 5 offers out.
Early 40s. I'm just lapsing some player rights here because we don't need these guys.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. You can dump a couple of guys that you're never going to do anything with.
Brian McReynolds, we're going to lapse his rights. Should we put Christoph sign him to a contract?
Yeah, you got a goon for the AHL? Sure.
Doesn't like the offer of a French prospect. Blue chip prospect. Yeah, he's good with that. All right. Okay, so that gives us... Draper's still only half a star. Okay. Hughes. Jason Zent. Should I try and sign Pavel? I don't know how you say his last name.
Hitchkin.
Wow, the Whalers made the playoffs in the first season. Cardinals. Yeah, did you look to see who was playing in some of that? Should I sign him? Bring on another Russian?
Yeah, might as well do it just to keep the other guys happy.
He only wants 60,000. That gives us a little bit more forward depth too, in case we need it. I don't think we're signing Jason Zent. Should we sign Matt Hervey?
Uh,
Okay, if Lockinen sign, that gives us a little bit better. If we get the other guy,
Wait and see how many guys. See how your other signings work out first, and what you've got after that.
well, I could sign Arto Blomstead. So
Blomston, yeah,
Blomston. So he's here. He's finished
yeah,
too.
he's Swedish
so,
and Finnish, yeah.
All right, what's he want? 60,000. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, there we go. We got some defensive depth there now. As we need to be prepared for injuries.
What? You never get injuries.
All right. Contract updates. Everybody's happy. Joe Mullen is on the block. Dun, dun, dun. After 83 points in 71 games.
And 3 Stanley Cups.
Wants... He can't have
Mr.
that number.
Wants Carlisle's number? No.
He's going to have 80. And Muppy wants 18. Yeah, okay. He can have 18. All right, there we go. Locking in signs. And he wants 5, but he can't have it, so he can have 54. And Dave Ellett is finally healthy. The Russian centerman's good. He wants 24, but can't have it. So he can have 23 instead. All right. Christoph Oliwa signs. Perfect.
Signs too?
Otto Bloomstead wants 55. Well, he can't have it, so he's going to have 57. Sure, he can have 12. And Oliwa wants 29. Sure. Good. Works. And yeah, Hartford's still trying to move Ray Ferraro. Scouting update says Peter Rosal is still the best player, not signed by anyone. All right. Top selling jerseys were Howardchuk, Fear, Dmitry Kistovich, Tapolevo, and then Guy Lafleur. Development report. One guy goes up, and we got lots of guys going down. All right.
That's the pre-training camp one. Just all your old guys are declining.
Carlisle.
Ellett isn't, at least.
Yeah, Mo Mantha dropped. Ogrodnik. Oh, Ogrodnik dropped down to 3.5 stars now.
Slowing down a bit.
All right, I'm just going to
Stasny's are both slipping. You may want to save here just to be... Actually, no. Just save before you get into the... before you play an exhibition game. There's a couple of reports in the test forum that people have had crashes.
Our ticket price change got us minus 23 fan happiness.
I told you not to do it.
Well, Kirk Mulpey got us +2. Kristovich
Gouging the fans. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Absolutely. If it keeps the team here, which it will, it's a good thing. So we're going to save our current game here. All right, so we are going to keep our scouting stuff a little bit low right now because we don't need much.
Yeah, you can change that in September.
Yeah, and we can leave team morale down right now and just bank a few points. Hall of Fame induction. Ted Lindsay makes it in finally. Dennis Botvan, Doug Mones, and Gilles Meloche.
Joe Meloche made it in. Surprise.
Fit Flyers. Oh, they absolutely love the ticket price. Boy, wasn't expecting that harsh of a reply, but I'm not shocked either. Hartford's also listening to offers for Dave Tippett. Goalies are, most of our Europeans are trying to get there, and some of our other Europeans are having a much tougher time. Not a huge surprise. Couple of wins. Cardinals fan, I want you to know, did you look at that roster yet? Tell me. If not, we'll start talking about the players who were on that team.
Canada Cup year. Forgot all about it.
Aaron Broughton looking to get moved. And does. Gets moved to the Rangers. All right, last chance to sign anybody foreign. Let's look at Canada's roster. Who are Patrick Waugh, Ed Belfour, Kelly Harudi, Coffey, Stevens, Bork, McInnes, Larry Murphy, Doug Wilson, Jeff Brown, Bruce Driver, Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Joe Sakic, Steve Eisenman, Mark Messier, Ron Francis, Doug Gilmore, Dale Howardchuk, Denis Savard, Pierre Turgeon, Bernie Nichols, and Mike Gardner. That is a pretty solid lineup up and down for Team Canada.
Yeah, they went it all in on the centers, although most of those guys can play another position.
Yeah. United States, Richter, Barrasso, Van Viesbroek. What you would expect. Leach, Housley, Sutter, Mark Howe, Tom Curvers, L.I. Ferret, Chris Chelios, Kevin Hatcher, Kevin Stevens, Bobby Carpenter, Pat LaFontaine, Neil Broughton, Jeremy Roenick, Craig Janney, Mike Modano, Eddie Olczyk, Jimmy Carson. Yeah, Jimmy Carson. Darren Turcotte, Brett Hull, and Joe Mullen. Pretty good. Wow, the United States is actually ranked higher than Canada? Oh, no.
No, it's the world rankings don't work in historical.
Okay, there we go. The Russian team has some Jets on it, I can see already.
Still pretty strong, but the goaltending is awful. No, actually, they declined quite a bit here. Yeah, they're in the period where the Soviet era guys are wearing out, and Fedorov, etc., aren't quite there yet. Sweden reasonably strong, but
yeah, weakness
again, not much goaltending.
Finland, I'm expecting Timo Selänne. Yeah, there he is.
Right. Yep, and Numanen as well.
Yep. And Czechoslovakia, which Jeff, are you changing the name of that in our database? Not Czechoslovakia, obviously, but it's
I think we're gonna. I got to talk to the OTP guys about it because we share it, but it should probably be Czechia because they're using that pretty much everywhere now.
Yes. So it's the.
But there's still a single country, and you can see there's some Slovaks and some Czechs in there.
Yes. Cardinals fans, since you haven't replied yet, I'm assuming you're either watching or busy digging in. But yes, the final year, or the first year of Hartford had Gordy, Howe had his son. Or were both sons on the team at that point? I don't know.
Mark and Marty were both there that year.
Mark and Marty, yeah.
Marty went to Boston the next season.
Gordy was 52. Bobby Hull showed up.
Just 50. He was 51 at the end of the year.
Was he? Okay, well, Bobby Hull showed up for a couple games with them at the end of that year, too.
And Canada beat Czechoslovakia, apparently. Oh, you're saying I'd crank your scouting up at this point now that you're in September, and team morale too, because you're going to be playing games soon.
Okay, well, I don't want to crank my scouting up too high right now, so let's just go to +2 for right now. We'll go up to +3 for happiness. Sound good?
Okay.
And sorry, did you say Canada lost that? I missed that.
No, they beat Czechoslovakia. Okay. Didn't see the score, though. Canada defeats Finland 8-2.
6-1.
And
And 8-2 over Finland.
And Brett Hull got hurt for the U.S.
Yes. All right. Czechoslovakia beat Sweden. Wow. 5-1. I guess Dominic Hasek probably is helping out the Czech team.
Yeah, I assume he's there. I didn't think to look.
Oh, okay. We advanced multiple days here. So Finland beat
Yeah,
Russia.
jumps ahead. Yeah. And
Russia
the U.S.
defeats,
winning the Canada Cup.
Russia defeats Canada 2-1. Oh,
That's an upset. That wasn't a great Russian team.
Yeah. Oh, LaFontaine got hurt for 5 months.
Yeah.
Ooh.
The U.S. wins the Canada Cup, but in the process loses LaFontaine for... Is he still with the Islanders in this, or is he in Buffalo?
No, he's the Islanders.
That's not going to be good for the Islanders.
Oof. Finland defeats Czechoslovakia. Patrick Waugh is on trade block. Oh man, do we swing for the fences and try and get Waugh?
You've already got Hasek.
Yeah, but we could trade Grant Fuhr for Waugh. Oh man, we got to look at that, Jeff. We got to look at that.
Why would you? You've already got Hasek. What do you need Waugh for?
Because if we control everybody, then we're all the better for it. Okay, we're looking at this trade, everyone.
Good God.
Montreal. There we go. Canadians players. Patrick Waugh. They have weakness at left wing. Okay. Fear. GM Savard. No, we're not doing that without significant player return. So who would we be willing to throw in?
And that message that you're seeing there is new. That's something that we've added to the. We're going to be adding to this update. It's made it a little tougher now to get the really high-end players. Partly because I've got tired of seeing Adam make trades like this one.
What? This is a great move for us.
Have to include something better.
I know, Jeff. I know.
A lot better. Like Dale Howard-Chuck better.
I'll send in Ogrodnik. I'm not sending Team Mussolini. Send them old man Guy Lafleur.
Back to Montreal.
Yeah. Two first-round picks. I think that's more than a fair deal.
Why would you do that, though? I mean, what's the point of getting a second-grade goalie when you've already got one? I got one. Because if anything, you should probably be looking at Fuhr and trading Fuhr for forward or defenseman and getting a cheaper backup goalie.
Fine. There we go. We just put Fuhr on the trade block. You happy? Trying to get him all upset now. Man. Oh, man.
So what happened in the Canada Cup? Wow, 3-2 final.
Olaf Kolzig just burned himself. Second degree burns out 2 to 3 weeks. Wait, what? Should he have that third one on?
Yeah, he was born in Johannesburg.
Huh. I forgot about that. Okay. All right.
Not sure if that's the right South African flag for that era, but...
Man, that is a surprise. A very, very big surprise.
Yeah.
Okay, Olsen's back. Our first preseason game is versus the former Stanley Cup
save it before you play this, just in case that whatever bug the guys are running into in test form hits you here.
All right. Okay, so there's 3, 4, 5, 6 defensemen ready to go. So Howard checks in. Barnes is probably ready. We're going to send Oliwa down too. He's not getting to a game anyways. Okay, Maltby's probably not getting in either, but I'll leave him for the moment. Okay, Steen. Stastny. So who's not in then? We don't have in Kaminsky, Anton.
Ristich.
We actually have some pretty decent forward depth if that's the guy sitting out.
Yep.
I'm just going to take Stu Barnes out for now.
Unless we get injuries, get hit really hard by injuries this year, I think we're definitely going to contend.
All right, so let's put that.
But you got to get by Calgary.
Okay, I got to just do a little bit of line matching here.
And it'll give you weird lines in this because it tends to shake them up for exhibition games.
Well, I'm going to keep trying to build chemistry between these guys so they're not getting mixed up. We got Shanahan, Howard Solani. Like those lines? I think that looks pretty good.
Yep. And move it around during the preseason. Try different guys out.